say, oh, 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 volcano, volcano, don't kaboom, kapow. Magma, magma is ready to blow.
So, volcanoes are when the plates combine together. Okay, so when the two plates combine, the volcano will erupt, and how the volcano erupts is
The reason why it causes the
magma rises and makes the volcano erupt. When the plates combine, the volcano erupts, and how that happens is the magma
rises through.
The magma rises through and then it erupts like
He says we have to do it outside if we have to erupt it.
This is the magma, and then it heats up, and then the volcano will erupt.
Guys, okay, you're third. Okay.
Sorry. It erupts, and then it destroys the environment.
And make it as big as you want. Yep.
Don't put all of it. My dad said put half of it in there.
You do this at home?
Yeah,
They're gonna have to wait.
We did it at home to see if it had a little bit more. Said half of it, not all of it. But it's good. Make it open. We made it red so it looks like a real volcano.
Oh yeah. Beautiful. Excellent.
our project represents how volcanoes are formed, and so how that happens is when the convergent plates move, they push up against each other, and since the oceanic plate is, it has a hardness of its basalt and it's softer than granite, then the basalt breaks and it opens up magma, and it makes and it opens up a hole in the mountain, and it erupts the volcano.
This is my project. I'm representing the making of volcano, mountain, and then there's earthquake. There should be right here, but I had trouble trying to get something to split it. But a mountain is formed when two plates collide, and parts of the earth builds up, making the mountain. A volcano is formed when there's a mountain, and some deep underneath, the plates open up, and then some of the mantle is exposed, making some magma come up and making it a volcano. And then an earthquake is formed, should be right here, when two plates split apart, having a gaping hole right there.
Alright, so here is our project. The clay smashes and creates a volcano or mountain.
Yeah.
And it goes like this. And it goes up and it creates a mountain. And
Or
then,
volcano.
then the plates move really slow because like it takes a couple centimeters like each time it moves. And Ryan, you want to read that? the oceanic plate and the continental plate move to form a mountain. Then the list is 1, you need clay, 2, you need cardboard, then 3, you need hands, and 4, that's it.
Alright. 2 bulletin boards, green clay dough, and what's this?
Fake trees.
Houses, red Sharpie, and it is an example of when 2 continental plates ram into each other and goes down, and the other goes up. It will create a mountain or gorge, and along with it, it will shake people's homes and create damage near or even outside the homes of houses where cities are right now. You guys next.
When the 2 continental plates crash into each other, it will create a mountain.
Yeah, that's really all we got.
When these 2 continental plates rub against each other, it makes an earthquake, and it shows how the house fell over because the earthquake. And these plates only move a few centimeters a year, and they are transformed, and that's all.
Our project is our plates are running together, and when they collide, they make a volcano or a mountain. And the plates push together.
And then when they pull apart, the magma shoots through and creates a volcano. How an earthquake happens when the plates move back and forth. And after the earthquake happens, the houses fall down, the trees fall, everything cracks. Some of the earthquakes can cause tsunamis, so if you're by water and an earthquake happens and rocks fall in the ocean, a tsunami can happen.
So this is our project. This is
transform boundary, and the green and the yellow pieces of clay are the continental plates, and the red stuff under here is magma that basically moves the plates, and they rub together to create an earthquake, which is transform.
yeah. So they just kind of rub every few centimeters a year.
Or every inch.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
The materials needed is a box, popsicle sticks, cardboard, paper, tape, and clay. It shows how tectonic plates create mountains and volcanoes because when you move them, one goes under, one goes over. And so it shows how it creates mountains. That's all. What did you just do?
All right, is that it?
Yep.
All right, good job.
Alright, so this is a divergent plate boundary. It has a definition, which means it has a tectonic plate boundary where 2 plates are moving away from each other and new crust is forming from magma that rises to the Earth's surface between the 2 plates. Convergent.
Plate boundary. A tectonic boundary where 2 plates are moving toward each other. If the 2 plates are of equal density, they usually push up against each other, forming a mountain chain. If they are unequal densities, one plate usually sinks beneath the other in equal density subsection zone.
two plates slide against each other with the transformed plate boundary in a sideways motion. When the boundaries slide past one another, they don't become larger or smaller. The two massive plates pushing against one another builds up energy. Occasionally, this energy is released suddenly, the form of large earthquakes.
Well, our volcano is called the Monster. That's his name. Okay, so the steps we took is we put glass on a board, and then we shaped the clay over the glass. Then we let the clay dry overnight. Then we painted the volcano after that, and then we had to let that dry, and then we put little holes in it to make because you know volcanoes are not completely flat, so we had to do some indents and some magma rocks. And then we let that dry, and I painted the platform, and then I let that dry.
What we used was the cardboard, the glass cup, and 10 pounds of clay, paint, and our hands, I guess. And yeah.
And then this is that volcano, and then it forms a volcano when two tectonic plates go away from each other.
Go away from each other. We can't wait to see Taylor get all wet.
Oh yeah, of course. I get wet every day. Whoa! In the pool.
All right, let's see you go.
Wow!
Shouldn't shook it.
All right.
It's an aftermath of a volcano.
No, an earthquake.
Oh yeah. And waves came in after the tectonic plates hit, and oceanic and continental hit, made like tsunamis basically. And the rubbing of the plates made an earthquake. And we used Legos, container, water. We made it by building the green Legos together, making the land, and put like building supplies in the water, like buildings are going down, and
Dead guy.
yeah. And the fact of the project, it's an aftermath of a volcano or earthquake.
So the
Tectonic plates rubbing, making.
So we made a mountain, and it's when the two tectonic plates go over top of each other. It's called convergent. It's only continental. We made it from clay, paint, fake grass, and a cardboard box. The steps we took is we formed the clay, painted it, put it in the box with all of the fake grass, and painted the box. And then we made the board.
Okay. This model shows how mountains are made. So basically, I took two things of foam and we glued grass and flowers and rocks on top of it. And it's supposed to show how when the two plates come up on each other, it forms a mountain in the middle. And yeah. So the materials I used were fake flowers, fake rocks, fake grass, fake trees, foam, Mod Podge, and glue. The steps I took were I shaped the foam, I glued the fake grass down, and then we glued down the rocks, the flowers, and the trees. And then we let it dry, and then we had to make sure that the model worked. And then I drew a picture of what it's supposed to do.
Thank you.
As the plates move, some slide under others. The pressure from this causes a earthquake. This is measured in two ways. The Richter scale, which go from 1 beginning, not bad. 10 means bad on energy released. European scale, EMS, is 1 through 12. The higher the number, the more construction, so this is a scale of damage. And then over here, we got earthquake. The earthquake is made up of layers. The upper is the crust we live on that. This is the upper mantle, which is broken into two parts. The lithosphere, which is more liquidy, and the asthenosphere, which is thicker liquid. The next is the outer core, which is made up of liquid mixed of nickel and iron. The most inner section is the inner core, which is solid ball about the size of the moon, made of iron and nickel. As the earth cools, it grows 1 centimeter a year. And then I got a picture of like where earthquakes happen around the Ring of Fire. And then down here how sometimes the earth goes underneath the other part of the crust.
He's got something to show us here. This is pretty cool. You guys didn't see his model.
How the crust
Very
goes
nice.
under.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait, let me see.
Pretty cool, actually.
This is our project on how earthquakes are happen, and this is plate tectonics. And when plates rub against each other, they create an earthquake. An earthquake can cause mass destruction and can destroy and kill.
The Earth is always changing from earthquakes. These plates are continental plates. The plates only move a couple inches per year.
And this is the epicenter, isn't that right? Yeah. It's where it's like spreading out.
This is my volcano, and I painted it and put duct tape around it, and the tectonic plates are repelling and going away from each other, so it's called divergent. And the volcano is usually formed on oceanic plates. And the tectonic plates move 1 to 2 inches per year. That's it.
Alright.
Mountains. Many people think mountains are beautiful. People camp, hike, and hunt in mountains. But have you ever thought of how they got there? Volcanoes. Many people are scared of volcanoes erupting, but the process can take years. Have you ever thought about how they got there?
When two tectonic plates construct a convergent force, a mountain or volcano can form. This happens when the weaker oceanic plate subducts under the continental plate. That's it.
When two continental plates pull away from each other, and that's what happens when two continental plates push to
And what's the result of both those?
one can make a
Lava gap, and one can make a mountain or a volcano.
An earthquake is a tremble that is really strong and can be felt a mile away by the tectonic plates. When the tectonic plates slide past each other and get stuck, it builds a pressure. When they break, and all that energy comes out and causes an earthquake. It depends on how long it builds up pressure to be a really bad earthquake.
My project is an earthquake happening in a place. As you can see, when I pull the lever, the rubber bands pull the landscape and shake it. I think it is an 6.3 earthquake.
The world's largest earthquake shook at 9.5 magnitude. It occurred May 22nd, 1960, near Valdivia in southern Chile. The people now call it the Great Chilean Earthquake.
How a mountain is formed. Movements of tectonic plates create volcanoes along the plate boundaries which erupt and form mountains. The mountain crust is continental.
Roll two clay bars into two balls. Flatten out the clay into two plates. Put some saran wrap on the bottom. Push the plates together.
Materials we needed to make this was clay, saran wrap, rolling pin or pencil. And we're doing two continental plates pushing up against each other, which will form a mountain or volcano. Wait, wrong way. On the continental plate and the oceanic plate.
And we did it, here's the oceanic plate and the continental plate pushing up against each other, which makes this mountain that we had made with modeling clay in the back.
Are convergent plates or continental plates, and they push up against each other to create mountain ranges. Like there's a plateau that was over here, and then when they push together, it kind of makes the mountain. And they're convergent plates because convergent means to push together. And I found out that a long time ago it was like ocean down here, but then the ocean, it kind of like evaporated, so then more dirt came in, and that's the lithosphere, and then that's the crust that's like at the top, and so it was at one point oceanic crust, but now it's continental crust.
Okay, so a volcano is formed by an oceanic plate and a continental plate, and when they push together, the oceanic plate is basalt, so it cracks, and the continental plate goes over top, pushing land, and it forms a volcano. And when the oceanic plate cracks, magma is able to come up and go through the volcano.
Is that all, folks?
Okay, so we did two continental plates and how they collide. So when they collide, they buckle and they crack. Then eventually one will slide under and one will go over and create mountains and volcanoes. And the magma will seep through the cracks in the plates and will form magma chambers in one of the mountains, and then eventually pull up and lava will seep through and it will become a volcano.
What happens if two oceanic plates split apart? So here's a description of it. When two oceanic plates move away, it makes a deep sea trench, like the Mariana Trench, the deepest trench. Also, seafloor spinning would happen, and later the magma would cool and harden. And here's what happened when they split. They would move away from each other and then make a trench behind it. Like that. And sea creatures would also go into it, like gulp eels and stuff like that.
Oceanic plate crashes into a continental plate. The oceanic plate is not as thick, so it goes under the continental plate and then melts while new oceanic plates are being created out over in the ocean. And then when that happens, the magma comes up through the continental plate and makes a volcano on the mountains, on the coast mountains, and
Yeah, what type of place?
a convergent oceanic continent.
Good, very good.
We did our project on earthquakes. Earthquakes occur as
Well, when two continental plates are pushing against each other, over time, after a while, the pressure will be released, and cracks will form on Earth's surface called faults. Changes that form on Earth's surface are buildings can fall down, trees can tip over, it can cause some marshlands if water floods. Ours is showing continental plates. It's a transform boundary.
The plates only move about 2.5 centimeters a year, but over time it can move, since the plates have been there for over millions of years, the plates can move up to kilometers.
Okay, our model represents a mountain and how the plates form a mountain, basically.
There are two continental plates pushing up against each other to push the land up, basically, and form a mountain.
All these cracks on the surface of
The presentation.
those are representing the continental plates and how they're starting to form a new mountain.
A mountain takes about 10 million or so years to form, and what?
So a lot longer than that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And this one's about 10 million or so years old, is what I meant to say. And the plates move about 1 to 2 inches per year. And I think that's about it.
Hey, the inner core of the earth is made. It's like a ball nickel iron encased. The outer's molten metal together size up the moon. See, mental from inside is 1, 2, 3. A stenosphere is something Greek means we. The lithosphere, the crust and they flows on top is true. Let's collide, pull apart and grind, moving slow since the beginning of time. That's just what they do. The plates move. Wagner has an endless sun. They believe crust in slow motion. Make tectonics prove. The plates move. A nuclear ray. He was thinking about how the sea floor spreads. Earthquakes and other continental drift. So then he took all combined rules and made a field he knew. Now, the plates are floating, that was his claim. Yeah, rising currents helped him to explain. He's thinking as the plates move, they all grind.